Now, there's no question that the bed makes you stronger, but does it make you more flexible? I've been testing my middle splits. I'm not testing it, I've been testing a training method for the last 2 weeks. I've been basically visiting middle splits in some way on a daily basis. Now, I haven't been crazy and doing loaded stretching and bouncing and like long sessions. I'm not really getting sore day to day, but I'm just hanging out in the position. So today I'm going to show you my cold middle splits. So I haven't done a warm up now. I'm going to do the middle splits. I'm then going to warm up. I'm going to do just a flexibility session today. So I'm going to train my middle splits, plus I'm going to train my hamstrings. I'm going to do mainly forward folds with the elevated feet, and I'll show that as I go. But let's first just show you where I am with the cold flexibility of the middle splits now. So yes, I'm straddling, I'm sitting the hip back a little bit. We'll do a side view in a second as well. So that's where we are, cold. If I try and take the hands off, my hip sits back, so I go back into that straddle position. Now obviously looking at the split sideways shows us how much straddle, how much tilt there is in the pelvis, how much I'm sitting back into that more pancake straddle position. So that's where it is. Cold, I'll be a little bit careful because it is cold. So if I take the hands off, you can see the hip sits backwards. Let's do the same with hamstring flexibility now. So I'm just going to do cold, taking the elbows down towards the floor. Palms is pretty easy for me now, never used to be. So let's play around with both of those now, see if we can improve the flexibility in the next 5 to 10 minutes. And maybe let's explore some different methods and see what results we get. So a definite daily has been the Cossack Squat to get deeper into this middle split position. Trying to keep this foot down, trying to keep the torso as upright as possible, exploring side to side, and this has got easier as well. I'm not really doing reps or sets, more just doing like time in position, around 60 seconds, 2 minutes in each position, or if I'm doing something dynamic like this, I'll just keep moving for that time. Very much like the horse stance position. Now when I was training with Ito, we'd done a lot of horse stance in the program. I don't do any horse stance holds at the moment, but I do believe the Cossacks are really visiting like dynamically that horse stance position, especially if you try and keep the torso upright. So let's revisit that middle split again. Yeah, that's feeling a little bit more open again. So I'm just going to hold that now, maybe 30 seconds in that position. Still leaning forwards, got quite a bit of weight in the hands still. And then with the hamstring, I'm going to do two things. I'm going to elevate the feet. So this really winds the calves up. So let's first just take elbows down towards the toes. I'm going to do bounces there. Now obviously if you can do this one, you need to make sure that your calves and hamstrings aren't going to go ping. So just ease into the position first, maybe just hold this position, taking the head down towards the floor, but just hang out there, gradually test each side. I've done lots of wushu bounces when I was working towards that head to toe, so I'm pretty comfortable to go into this position and then bounce the position. Again, I'm going to do like 30 seconds, 60 seconds. Elbows just reaching the toes now. Okay, now I'm going to elevate the feet up for the middle split hold. So I'm still going to use my hands, I'm still going to lean forward slightly, but I'm going to go for a deficit. So I'm going to have my feet slightly higher. So it lets me to bounce or just explore taking the hip a little bit lower. You can tell I'm not a true yogi because I have Reebok yoga blocks. So I should be able to take that hip just a little bit lower now. Ooh. That's actually surprisingly comfortable there. I can feel a stretch, but it's not making me back out. And then hopefully if I come straight back out of this, it should feel way more comfortable off the block. Just sit in that position now. Yeah, which it does. It's better there. I'm probably not leaning back so far. Yeah, so if I sit back, that's the sitting back position. Now back to that elevated hamstring stretch, but I'm going to use a barbell this time. So I'm going to put the barbell on my elbow. I'm going to put the barbell on my elbow. Now I don't have a full proper Olympic barbell at home. If anyone's watching and wants to sponsor me, send me a barbell, that would be awesome. So I'm using my wife's pump bar. Now there is 15 kilos, and then I don't know what the bar weighs, like a couple of kilos. So it's about 17 kilos. So I'd normally use around a 20k barbell, either the 15 or the 20k barbell if I was in the gym. So onto the elbows. Feels a bit strange to start with. Wind it up. So he's gonna pull in that lat tricep a little bit as well, and then do the same thing. The bounce is there. See, now I can rest. That's both forearms, elbows on the big toes. Now I liked how that last middle stretch fell on the block, so I'm going to repeat that again, this time from the side, and see if I can spend more time with my hands off the floor. Okay, that's the sideways view. I am sitting back a little bit into it to get up with my hands off. Let's see what it looks like from the front. Okay, that's getting quite uncomfortable now, so I'm going to stop there on the middle split. So we'll come back and do one final one at the end without the blocks. Let's just do one more for the hamstring. Another cool one I really like for the forward fold one. Ooh, feeling that. Now there is a bit of a prerequisite with this one. Just make sure that you can get your back on the wall and not your head. Now if I don't come too close to the wall, I could just pull down and lean against the wall. So in that position, but what I want to do is try and wind it up a little bit more. So I'm going to go a little bit closer. I'm going to bend my knees to get into it. Okay, pull myself down as close as I can towards the floor with the head. Then I'm going to straighten the legs and then even pull myself down further. Now I'm going to hang there. So as you can see, I can get elbows to toes now. I can pull down every few seconds and try and get deeper into that position, and I can hold there. So you could do time here, like a long duration hold, or you could just do like 10 seconds, pull a little bit deeper, 10 seconds, anything like that. So those middle splits I done today, lifting the hands up on those yoga blocks is probably the hardest I've trained. The splits from an intensity point of view in the last couple of weeks, but I have been visiting the position at least daily, sometimes twice a day. I might do a stretch and then I might revisit the position again when I'm, say, training handstands or teaching a mobility class. So it's not 100% where I want to. Yeah, I want to sit comfortably in middle sit, sit upright, have a conversation cold. But look where I started when I was 37. I'm now 45, about to turn 46. So it's taken time, but I started late in life. So just listen to your body with the stretching. I think consistency is the key instead of method. I would just hang out in the positions, use the positions as much as possible. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Thumbs up and subscribe would be appreciated, and I'll speak to you next time. Thanks, guys.